Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gina again. I'm continuing my 365 somethings. Not anywhere close to that, but that's okay. I'm still trying and I'm still creating. Today I am doing another abstract piece, abstract mixed media piece. I am starting off once again on a virgin page. There's no gesso or anything. I'm adding paint with a brayer. This is leftover paint from previous projects. So it's been a couple days since I used them, but what I do is put a piece of glass over it and it actually helps it to not dry out. How cool is that? So that way I don't have to worry about trying to put it back or trying to find somewhere else to paste it on, because these days especially I've been in a real hurry. So I just put a glass and it's fine. Yay! So I'm still doing my brayering. I was trying to keep some lighter white space, but it's fine. I like it how it is. Now I'm coming in with a ledger stencil and I'm trying to put the black through it. It's really, the spaces are very small, so I kind of press and wriggle the makeup sponge so that it could fit through the spaces, and I'm just putting it in a couple places. See, wriggle. And then I decided, because that area was a bit, it was a bit dark, I thought if I could do some white over it, but then it came out really smudgy, and I think it's because the white there was too much paint on it and it's very wetty. So yeah, it came out smudged, but again, I was in a hurry and I thought, whatever, I'll just leave it as is. So here is another paper stencil that I made. I found some squiggly thing online that I liked and I printed it out, stuck it on a piece of Bristol board, and that creamish brownish stuff around it is actually wax. I melted the wax and then I dipped a paintbrush in it and I brushed it on the edges to kind of seal it so that my stencil will hopefully last longer. Yay! So I did that on a lot of the paper stencils, the more recent ones that I made, and this was after I cut them out. So I cut them out and then I brushed the wax on it, and then what I was doing here is drying it like I usually do. I would keep it in place and dry it so for it not to smudge, and so I could go another layer over it. But then I remembered it's actually wax, so it started to melt, which actually gave me another idea that I would like to try. But yeah, so I had to move the stencil and then continue drying it. Yay, it looks nice. So I dried that and I didn't find it was white enough and the edges came out pretty smudged. Again, I think I put too much paint on my makeup sponge. So I'm just going over the areas. I was just going to outline it with the Posca marker, but then I thought, why not just fill it in? It's a small area. So I ended up going over the whole area with the Posca pen to whiten it up, brighten it up even more. And then I lifted it off and I liked it. There's another layer of it below. I tried I'm using it as a ghost layer, but that was not what I had intended. It just, the sponge had another color in it and I forgot. So kind of didn't show up as white. And I outlined it with the black because I wanted it to stand out even more. Here I was trying to decide if to leave it as is. I actually like it, but I've wanted to add these triangles in it, but it just didn't feel right. So I brought out some shapes that I cut out from my stencil making, and I thought that these look really cool, but I still wasn't sure. I didn't feel like, yes, this is it kind of vibes. So I left it there for a bit. I looked at it. I stared at it. I really wasn't sure if it was a good fit, but I felt because it was circulish and kind of squiggly-ish, it could work to tie in with the rest of the shapes on the page. Okay, and then I tried these shapes. That didn't feel right at all. So I thought, okay, maybe if I rearrange it, it might work, but I was like, no, nope. And then I saw these arrows, and I don't know, I was thinking maybe if they're pointing to the shapes, that could work, even though it's not rounded and it's not squiggly. Maybe it could work. So I left it there while I was moving the stuff, just to see, let it sit for a while and let my eyes, see if they like it. And I kind of did. And I thought maybe I'd leave them white. So I found these foam dot thing. I will put it in the description. I never used them before. I bought it to try it because I've seen people raising their artwork, and I've always thought it looked so cool, but I never tried it. So I thought, Gina, you actually bought it. Try and use it. People saying no. So I thought for this one, why not raise the arrows instead of just having them lay flat? And I could see the difference already. Look at those two that are flat and this one that I raised. And I'm cutting them so that they could fit. And it peels off really easily. It's stuck really nicely. Yeah, you see? Because look at the difference between the one on top and the one below. It makes a difference. Which is very interesting. You wouldn't think that something so small could make such a difference. So I liked that a lot. I'm happy. And it's pointing to the both shapes, down and across. Gabby told me that she did not like the big, dark, squiggly shape. She likes the one down below. And I'm thinking I probably should have added a piece of it up in the corner on the right. I feel like I should have done that. So here I'm looking at it, trying to decide if I like it and if I should leave it. And there was a piece of the paper that was peeling up. And then I thought, okay, it's kind of looking kind of blah, so let me give it a black outline. So I'm using my black Posca marker to try that, but I don't like how it's looking. It's looking very thin and boring. So after trying that, I'm like, nah, this is not working out. So I went in with my paintbrush and some black paint, and I thought this will give me a thicker line. But then I kind of didn't have much control over how the lines went. And initially I was thinking, oh no, I'm messing it up. But then I actually liked how it looked kind of rumpled. They're not super straight lines. And you see, that was like, oh my gosh. But then I actually liked, I felt it worked better on the page. So this took me a little while to do because I went over some of them a couple of times, and then I liked it, and that was it. So yeah, this is another abstract piece, number 52. Let me know what you think, as always. And I really hope it's inspiring you to create and, do your own thing. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye!